So I remember unlocking the apartment for the very first time. It was empty. No couch, no TV, no bed, just walls and a lot of possibility.
I show up, all white, so full of gold, but they walk past like I'm something old. I pray, I try, but I stay stuck while the world flies by. I fake a smile, but it don't last long. I break in pieces just to stay strong. They pick and choose, but never me. Like I'm not worth the air to breathe. Tired of being patient, tired of being still. Tired of silence, tired of trying to chill. What's the point of dreams if they don't come true? What's the point of hope if I always lose? I'm never the one they want, never the choice they make. I'm never the love they keep, just the one they choose to break. Not the job, not the girl, not the name they call. Always almost, or never at all. But I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one, I'm never the one. Just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one, I'm never the one. Scroll through wins that I ain't never known. I quiet in my room alone. Light inside but it dim each day. From all the doors that never look my way. I give my best and still I get less. Like I am cursed or a second guess. Am I invisible or just not good enough? Is being soft just a little too much? I see the shining but I stay in shade. I dream in color but I live in gray. Trying to hold on, my grip is weak. Praying the skies hit me when I speak. I see them shining but I stay in shade. I dream in color but I live in gray. Trying to hold on, my grip is weak. Praying God hears me when I speak. Cause I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one, I'm never the one. I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one, I'm never the one.
What's happening? Welcome to Truth Unfolded. I'm your host, Jordan. Here at Truth Unfolded, we uncover, question, and understand. If this is your first time, hit a like, subscribe, tell a friend, share it. Give it for 5 stars. Trying to get yourselves out there. This episode, as you see it, is called New Apartment. And I want to picture something. I want to give you an image. Remember when you walked into your first brand new apartment and you just stood there? Just visualize it because you'll never forget it. You turned that key, you got it from the office. You walk up to where your place is at. You open that door. You enter. There's that smell of the fresh paint that was done just before you got there, before you signed the lease. There's the empty rooms just full of potential for design to your liking. Unlimited possibilities for what you want to make it. Doesn't it sound grand? Just the potential for whatever you want to make it something new. The first thing I did when I walked into what would become my bedroom, currently, I laid on the floor. I fell flat on the floor. It wasn't a luxurious place, but when I looked at it, it just felt like home. It felt like something I was used to when I was growing up. It had that old school feel, but it was well taken care of. And I couldn't turn it down. It represented survival and some thriving. Every sacrifice, every move, every sleepless night. And believe me, there were many sleepless nights before I got in this place. If you saw me and I didn't look like I had energy, that's why. Every prayer, and there were so many prayers. I didn't realize I had a tribe of people praying for me like that, for real. It led to this moment where I got this apartment. But with all the aesthetics, the features, and everything, the smell isn't what necessarily matters. It's what it represents, yeah. The possibilities, the hope, the freedom from where you once was, where you once been. And we as people, uncovering some truth about new things, we attach emotion to new beginnings. Like your first apartment, especially when you getting out your folks' place. Let's just talk about even the dorm when you're on your own for the first time. You feel so liberated. It's so great because you're not now no longer under your folks. You can do whatever you want. That feeling of once they leave, you're able to venture out on your own and you're never the same. Like, for example, let's just talk about a car. When you get your first car, I remember my first car. It was a 2002 Ford Focus ZX5 hatchback. It was my aunt's and uncle's. Originally, my cousin had driven it, but they kept it. And apparently, my dad did his little like dizzle and snuck and talked to them and got it for me once I got my license the week before. I had no clue I was getting a car. All he told me was when we were going up north to their house that we would be driving. I would be driving back from North Virginia. I had no idea what he was talking about. But when I saw the car, I was in awe. I'm like, this is mine? I was really grateful. But then the twist came. My dad said, yeah, you're driving back. I'm like, what? He's like, I'll see you at the house. And the craziest thing is when I first started driving, I didn't know. I really didn't know that feeling of liberation until then. Because I remember driving back down to home and having a wide open road. That new experience. Funny enough, I was listening to J. Cole while on the way back. And Dreamville is a big inspiration behind all of my concepts regarding episodes. So just if you see it, you see it. On the way back, I mean, I was just booming his Born Center album. I know it's a bit of a tangent, but it all brings it back together to that first time driving in the car. And he had driven all the way off. It was really amazing. you know. The newness in your relationships. Like when you start dating somebody and everything, the first time that you're with them, that first kiss, that first time you're together after agreeing to become exclusive and putting yourself out there to the world. You two are love bugs. You two will be up under one another for however long. Whoever messes with you, you got each other's back. And it's like a honeymoon phase. Can't get enough of one another. That new phone, you're tinkering with it, getting a whole bunch of stuff done, Um pretty much just you're you're exploring it. Especially that new phone case smell. That the newness of everything. And a new job. You you already count your paycheck, you already count how much money you're gonna make for the first week to month. You're having ideas of what you want to spend when you get paid. You know, it's a magical feeling because there's no disappointment. Everything is just brand new, so we're not expecting disappointment. We're going to be doing everything we need to get to where we have to. I'm gonna take this to debut albums by artists. Why are these albums so special? They're their first one. Because it's like everybody sees like, oh, they just jumped into the scene with their debut album. No, 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 no. That is not the case. Sometimes these artists have spent years in the underground before their debut album comes out. They make beats. Sometimes they're ghostwriters. They they talk to whomever, you know? They make the moves. They deal with the shakers. And eventually they get to a point where they're signed to a record label and that record label backs them up for their first deal, their first album. And it's a major hit. Like one of my favorite artists is Anderson .Paak. And his debut album, Malibu, one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. I even went to his tour for that album. Best concert I've been to yet. Artists spend years making these debut albums. Then the fame comes, and then with fame comes pressure to maintain the fame. And then there's deadlines to keep the momentum for that feeling of something new, you know. And then once the dust settles, once things start to kind of, become routinish, you experience comfort. You make more albums. You're in features. But people will always go back to that first album. Like people always go back to College Dropout for Kanye. Why? Because it represented hunger. You could feel the hunger. You could feel the drive, the emotion from those tracks, the intensity of their voice, the way their voice vibrates in that song. Like you could tell they were hungry. You could tell they put their heart, their soul into these albums and every single track. Sometimes you may have a situation where one album may be the only one they ever make in their career. If they made other small albums, it wasn't as known, but they're known for one. Like Lauryn Hill's The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Timeless, almost 30 years to the date. And people are still loving it. Even at the BET Awards a couple of weeks ago, she did a couple of tracks. Of course, her voice changed. It's almost 30 years, but the feeling still remains the same, like when you heard it for the very first time. And let's tie it back to your first apartment, your first relationship, your first job that's leading to the career that you want. They were all debut albums to the soundtrack that's your life. But as I stated before, things get routinish. The newness sometimes dulls away. And then there's sometimes complaints about things that come up, Um, there could be something wrong with your car, something wrong with your apartment, something wrong with the person that you're with, and then you start to make comparisons. But familiarity is a thief. It doesn't destroy the blessing though. It hides it. Like for example, I mentioned the apartment. You may be going through a rough patch in your job. You may not have enough money, but the rent is due. Your car, you're in it. You're riding it till the wheels fall off. But now all of a sudden you hear that squeak sound and you realize it needs new brakes. You're in the relationship, right? It becomes a thing where they get on your nerves over something very small. It could be a non factor at the end of it all, but for right now, it's something that gets on your nerves, and it's the small things. The job that you once prayed for, it becomes a thing where you're hating to go to it after a rough night of sleep. You hate Mondays all of a sudden. I personally like Wednesdays and Thursdays and jobs, but that's not here or there. Nothing changed overnight, honestly. It's still the same thing. Same album you love, same apartment, same car, same job, same person, but your attention, your perspective did. Now it's the questioning part. Remembering that first time again, your first kiss, how you felt once you got it. Some people didn't get their first kiss until their 20s. I didn't get mine until I was 23. I remember the feeling like a monkey off my back. Felt cared for at the time. Didn't know better. I was young. First date. You're nervous, wanting to make sure you're making the right impression. Your wedding day, for those who are married. I can only imagine how the nerves are going through your mind, your body, your soul on that time. And you're just making sure don't get cold feet, don't mess up. The first time someone said to you that I love you and how it ran through your spirit, how it motivated you to want to move mountains for them. Your first paycheck from your job, feel like a big spender. That first key to your apartment. You take a picture of it, you show it to everybody. You always unlocking, locking, but the key is yours. The first gym membership that you get when you start to work out. Like I started working out again today. And I could tell you for one thing's for sure, two things for certain. It's gonna be an uphill battle. But my conditioning is not as horrible as I thought it was, even for the time I was away. I'm gonna get better, but it was promising, very promising. That first workout, painful. The first podcast upload for my content creators. My goodness, you you don't know the half. The courage it takes to put yourself out there and see if anybody's gonna listen. But knowing that even if they don't listen, you feel comfortable enough to where you put it out there and you're proud of your work. The first subscriber, imagine somebody in front of you listening to every single word that you put out there. You cherish every single subscriber that you get, every viewer, every listener, because they could be out listening and viewing somebody else, but they chose to do it with you. Be grateful. First client, business wise, the first apartment. But when was the last time you mentally walked back into that moment? Even with all the things that may have gone wrong, when have you walked back to that very first time? Because sometimes we forget about that. Gratitude could sometimes disappear because we're so engulfed in all the things that are wrong. We forget what was right about it. And then that comparison enters. Like, you start potentially looking elsewhere without even realizing you're looking. And that comparison sometimes is the thief of joy. All the time it's a thief of joy. And entitlement can sometimes grow. Like, you think that this thing's supposed to happen this way when really it's not. We begin to treat miracles like they're obligations, like it's supposed to happen. Nah, miracles. We underestimate the value of miracles. It's a miracle that we go to sleep and we wake up and live. We are able to open our eyes, able to breathe, able to use our limbs. That's a miracle every single day that we're up. We can't treat it like it's something that we're obligated to have, because that's where danger comes in. And now I want to kind of circle it all back so way there's some understanding. Back to the apartment, my first apartment, this one here. It isn't perfect, and neither am I. But every once in a while, I stop and I close my eyes. I remember laying on that bedroom floor after falling onto the ground, letting out a huge sigh of relief. And suddenly, the apartment feels new again. What I want you to understand in this episode is that you don't let today's frustration rewrite yesterday's gratitude. Because remember, the thing that you started complaining about was once the very thing that you were praying for, night in and night out. And I challenge you, after listening to this, walk back into something. Not physically, not mentally, just mentally, actually. Yeah, remember that very first drive of your new car, that first kiss for somebody that you cared for, that you had nerves of steel to do, your first apartment, your first job, that first yes, that first prayer that you made that was answered. Remember how it felt. And then start asking yourself, when did I stop seeing it that way? Because here at Truth Unfolded, it's about perspective and it's about nuances. Just remember, whenever you're going through something, it's something that we pray for. I thank you for listening today. We have more episodes coming through the vault, cleaning out that closet. But I'm so thankful. This is the second episode, y'all. I look forward to doing this again and again and again because I found my drive back. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend, 5 stars. And don't forget, my name is Jordan, and this is Truth Unfolded. Uncover, question, and understand. Y'all take it easy.
I break in pieces just to stay strong. They pick and choose, but never me. Like I'm not worth the air to breathe. Tired of being patient, tired of being still. Tired of silence, tired of trying to chill. What's the point of dreams if they don't come true? What's the point of hope if I always lose? I'm never the one they want, never the choice they make. I'm never the love they keep, just the one they choose to break. Not the job, not the girl, not the name they call. Always almost, or never at all. But I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one. I'm never the one. I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one. I'm never the one. Scroll through wins that I ain't never known. I quiet in my room alone. Light inside, but it dim each day. From all the doors that never look my way. I give my best and still I get less. Like I am cursed or a second guess. Am I invisible or just not good enough? It's being soft, just a little too much. I see the shining, but I stay in shade. I dream in color, but I live in gray. Tryna hold on, my grip is weak. Praying the skies hit me when I speak. I see them shining, but I stay in shade. I dream in color, but I live in gray. Tryna hold on, my grip is weak. Praying God hears me when I speak. Cause I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me. But I'm never the one. I'm never the one. I just want to be more than maybe. Want to feel like someone could save me.